Time to talk about why Joe Linton wearing a top in the stands is what every football fan, if they're honest, wants to see from their football club.
In the ground, in a shirt, not playing as a professional footballer. Like, it's an epidemic up there. They all wear kits, don't they? It's an epidemic. They all love to go in fancy dress. It's mental. Why are they all doing that? Can't they just get dressed?
Look, I know idiots like this say a lot of these things to get clicks and to get views and get people talking about them, but I just thought with this one, there seemed a bit of bitterness. In fact, a bit of jealousy, which we'll touch on in a second. But also, I just knew something wasn't right with this. You're right, Rory. We should all just probably start dressing more like adults. Even the rabbit's thinking this one's going to bite you on the arse. Well, at least Rory's maybe onto something with wearing a shirt to a stadium, like to the team you actually support. I mean, we adults, can we just stop dressing like children? Oh, you know, I'll tell you what, that is more normal. Wearing a shirt to a sport that you don't really follow that much in a different country, that makes way more sense. That's why comments like that about stuff like this is just from a place of jealousy. It will never ever run the same, the connection between the fans and the players down south compared to up north. And even more so since what Eddie Howe's built here. I look at the likes of Bruno on his day off going fishing with a bunch of local fans randomly and sharing it all over his Instagram story. Stuff like this not only helps the football club grow and get more success as we've seen, but it just builds that bond that I don't think exists for the likes of Chelsea. And even going back before then, historically, the likes of Ferdinand have come out and said he would have spent his whole career at Newcastle and it was one of his biggest regrets leaving. And another example in Johan Gabay, absolute dreamboat. Yes, he forced his way out in the end, but he's since spoke about how it was one of his biggest regrets and he absolutely adores Newcastle and the fans. What do those two have in common? Gabay and Ferdinand? They also played in London. Interesting. The culture up here just hits different, but what it builds is players like Joe Linton are literally willing to run through a brick wall for their football club. You just leave us to be a loud and proud 12th man, eh? And let's face it, I think you've got more to be worried about than what people are wearing in the stands when you visit St James's Park. Just a thought. As always, keep the faith, Newcastle fans. We're in!